Welcome to today's financial update. Here are the latest dividend recommendations from various companies. Tata Steel Limited has recommended a dividend of 3.60 rupees, payable from the 19th of July. The record date is the 21st of June, 2024. LTIMindtree Limited has set a record date of the 19th of June, 2024. For the payment of a 45 rupees dividend. Samvardhana Motherson International Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.80 rupee. Cummins India Limited will pay a final dividend of 20 rupees on the 19th of July. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited has recommended a final dividend of 12.11 rupees. Alkem Laboratories Limited has recommended a final dividend of 5 rupees, with a record date of the 10th of August, 2024. SJVN Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.65 rupee. Ipca Laboratories Limited has recommended a dividend of 2 rupees. Bata India Limited has recommended a dividend of 12 rupees, with a book closure from the 1st of August to the 7th of August. Raymond Limited will pay a dividend of 10 rupees, with book closure from the 14th of June to the 27th of June. Remagnesitra India Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2.50 rupees. Jubilant Pharmova Limited has recommended a final dividend of 5 rupees, with a record date of the 2nd of August, 2024. Ahluwalia Contracts India Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.50 rupee. IceJet Heavy Engineering Limited has recommended a dividend of 4 rupees, payable on or before the 25th of September. Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals Corporation Limited has recommended a dividend of 8.50 rupees, with book closure from the 4th of September to the 10th of September. Heidelberg Cement India Limited has recommended a dividend of 8 rupees, with a dividend yield of 3.50%. The record date is the 18th of September, 2024. Nossal Limited has recommended a final dividend of 3 rupees. Gower High-Tech Films Limited has recommended a dividend of 10 rupees. Hawkins Cookers Limited has recommended a payment of 120 rupees dividend, payable on the 4th of September, with book closure from the 30th of July to the 5th of August. Heritage Foods Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2.50 rupees, payable on the 28th of August. Mathan Alloys Limited has recommended a dividend of 6 rupees, with book closure from the 21st of September to the 28th of September. Gufic Biosciences Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.10 rupee. Shivalik Bimetal Controls Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. Forgings Limited has declared an interim dividend of 8 rupees, payable on or before the 21st of June, with a record date of the 14th of June, 2024. EMS Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee. Vidhi Specialty Food Ingredients Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee. The High-Tech Gears Limited has recommended a final dividend of 5 rupees. Everest Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2.50 rupees. SMS Pharmaceuticals Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.40 rupee, with the record date to be announced later. Quantum Papers Limited has recommended a dividend of 3 rupees, with a record date of the 23rd of August, 2024. AVT Natural Products Limited has set a record date of the 2nd of August, 2024, for the payment of a 0.50 rupee dividend. Orion Paper and Industries Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.25 rupee. Coromandel Agro Products and Oils Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. Shivalik Rasayan Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.50 rupee. Nahar Spinning Mills Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. TGV Srark Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee, with the record date to be announced later. Rajapalayam Mills Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.60 rupee. Zuari Industries Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. 3B Black BioDX Limited has recommended a final dividend of 3 rupees. Bajaj Steel Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of 3 rupees. ADC India Communications Limited has recommended a dividend of 5 rupees and a special dividend of 25 rupees, totaling 30 rupees, payable on or after the 20th of August. The record date is the 2nd of August, 2024. Medicament Biotech Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee. Hindustan Composites Limited has recommended a payment of 5 rupees as a dividend. Donier Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.20 rupee. Windsor Machines Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.50 rupee. Nahar Capital and Financial Services Limited has recommended a dividend of 1.50 rupees. Nahar Polyfilms Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. Menon Pistons Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee. Super Sales India Limited has declared a dividend of 7 rupees, with a record date of the 26th of July, 2024. Titan Biotech Limited has recommended a dividend of 2 rupees. Chakra Pharmaceuticals Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee, with the record date to be announced later. Modison Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2 rupees. A1 Acid Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1.50 rupees. KCP Sugar and Industries Corporation Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.20 rupee. Panasonic Energy India Company Limited has recommended a dividend of 8.85 rupees. Northern Spirits Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.25 rupee, with the record date to be announced later. Multibase India Limited has recommended a final dividend of 3 rupees, with the record date to be announced later. Investment and Precision Castings Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. Southwest Pinnacle Exploration Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.50 rupee. Aries Agro Limited has recommended a dividend of 1 rupee. Jayashin Limited has recommended a dividend of 3 rupees, with a record date of the 21st of September, 2024. Bhatia Communications and Retail, India Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.01 rupee, with the record dates to be announced later. Alpine Housing Development Corporation Limited will consider a recommendation of dividend, if any, on the 29th of May. Bimetal Bearings Limited has recommended a dividend of 12.50 rupees. Sri Venkatesh Refineries Limited has recommended a final dividend of 1 rupee. Cochin Minerals and Rutile Limited has recommended a final dividend of 8 rupees. Akshakam, India Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.50 rupee. Magna Electro Castings Limited has recommended a final dividend of 5 rupees, with a record date of the 9th of August, 2024. POCL Enterprises Limited has recommended a dividend of 2.50 rupees. Coral India Finance and Housing Limited has recommended a dividend of 2 rupees. Shriji Translogistics Limited has recommended a final dividend of 0.10 rupee. Titch Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2.50 rupees. Bal Pharma Limited has recommended a dividend of 1.20 rupees. Samkrug Pistons and Rings Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2 rupees. Deepak Spinners Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.50 rupee. Bhagwati Autocast Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2 rupees. Lambodhara Textiles Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.50 rupee. Sal Automotive Limited has recommended a dividend of 4.50 rupees. Amajyothi Spinning Mills Limited has declared a dividend of 2.20 rupees, with book closure from the 3rd of August to the 5th of September. Madhya Viacom 18 Network Limited has recommended a dividend of 0.50 rupee, with the record dates to be announced later. Elegant Marbles and Granny Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of 2.75 rupees. Victoria Mills Limited has revised the record date for a dividend of 50 rupees to the 20th of September, 2024. Brisk Technovision Limited has recommended a dividend of 2 rupees. JD Orgacham Limited has recommended a payment of 0.05 rupee as a dividend. Alliance Integrated Metallics Limited has recommended the issuance of bonus shares in the proportion of 2:1, with the record dates to be determined later. InVenture Growth and Securities Limited will consider various matters on a rights issue on the 5th of June. Synerad Communications Limited is raising funds by way of a rights issue, with the record date to be notified later. Diligent Industries Limited has approved the issuance of equity shares not exceeding 49.75 crores by way of a rights issue. Cridhan Infra Limited has announced a rights issue for an amount not exceeding 50 crores, with the record date to be notified later. Bilwin Industries Limited has extended the closure date of its rights issue till the 10th of June. Moongipa Capital Finance Limited will reconsider raising funds by various ways, including a rights issue, on the 6th of June. Stay tuned for more updates on dividends and other financial news. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest financial insights. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up if you like, subscribe, press the bell icon and never miss an update, share and comment your thoughts on the comment section, and stay tuned with Corporate Actions India.